Welcome to a total legit guide for Saryn, the ex-girlfriend. Get it? It's cause she's fucking toxic. Before the video starts, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone that has supported these videos. It's been like a year since I started making these guides, and honestly I didn't expect this much support, so thank you everyone. And also, if you have any suggestions or requests, please put them in the comments so I know what you guys want to see. Alright, here's the video. Welcome back everyone to another video of me essentially having consecutive strokes for like 10 minutes, and somehow people find that funny. So this episode is all about Saryn, this girl. You know, the one that is just a walking fucking plague. This character is just fucking brutal. She is just the epitome of space AIDS. That's literally all this frame is. You give one person AIDS and then you spread it around and kill everyone. I know that it sounds like I'm describing something else that could get me in trouble, so don't think about it. We're not going to think about it. So Saryn is like one of the best frames in the game. There's a reason that she's like one of my most used frames at the moment, because she's just broken beyond belief. No other frame in the game has the ability to DPS in such a large area and also infinitely scale. You see, if you just stayed in school like your mom told you, you would also be able to commit mass murder by inflicting millions with a disease. Don't think about it. I told you we're not going to think about. Instead, you too are a disappointment to your family.
Dishonor you! Dishonor your memory!
I don't know who reworked Saryn. Was it Pablo? I think it was Pablo. I'm not sure. I like Pablo though. He's pretty cool. What was I? Right. Whoever reworked her was fucking high, because before the rework you would just kinda stand in one spot and you just press 1 and that was about it. But now what you do is you just go up and you press 1 and then you shoot, or in this situation you press 1 and then you ult, or here you press ult and then you press, like there's no point. It doesn't matter. Like it literally doesn't matter. They will die either way. There isn't something that like you get the point. I'm going to the suicide. What's great about Saryn is that mass murder is what this whole game's about. Being a great frame for killing a lot of enemies all the time by poisoning them and gassing them and just like shooting them sometimes too. Wow, this is getting dark. Saryn's basically the perfect example of what the warframe meta favors.
Human rights violations.
Exactly. Wait, what? No, what? What the fuck?
I mean, we all know it's true. Just look at her. She's just like the corona.
Don't think about it. We're not thinking about that. Saryn's passive makes status effects inflicted by Saryn last 25% longer. I don't know how this is useful if you kill enemies instantly, but you know, fuck it, like have fun, man. The longer it takes to kill them, the more they suffer, am I right?
That's fucking twisted.
Her first ability is Spores. You infect the target with spores.
No shit.
Shut up. The spores damage enemies over time and deal corrosive damage with corrosive procs. Shooting the spores will cause them to spread to nearby enemies depending on your range. The spores have no duration, aka they're fucking infinite. And while they're on the enemy, the damage on the spores increases every second with no cap. This speed scales forever. If no enemy is affected, the spores will decay and start to lose damage rapidly. And here we go, the space AIDS. These spores are fucking broken, since as mentioned before, they stack infinitely. The whole point of Saryn is to just spore one enemy and continue stacking this shit for the entire mission. It's just so fucking busted how much damage this deals. And since it spreads to everyone, how this shit happens. This frame is just a walking fucking pandemic waiting. Wait, no, we don't think about it. Stop. The thing with this ability is that you don't even need to really do anything to make it work. You just spore, shoot, alt tab, open another game, do your taxes, shave your dog, eat dinner, and the AIDS will still be there spreading and stacking more damage. This ability is so strong that it makes you feel like you can kill anything. It's like you're invincible. Die, you pathetic little worms. Die. Oh wait, oh fuck. Man, what's even the point? There's no meaning to life, you just go through it and hope for the best. Hey, what the fuck, you little bitch? I was having an existential moment here. Freaking people these days, sheesh. Her second ability is Molt. Saryn sheds off her skin? I think this shit's weird. The skin stays behind and acts as a decoy which attracts enemy fire. Saryn also gains a burst of movement speed and remove any status effects. If you have her augment regenerative mold, it will also restore HP over time. If the enemies destroy the mold, it will explode and deal AoE toxin damage. This is basically the solve all problems ability for Saryn.
me! Help me!
It can be subsumed for something else, but you can also use it with the augment and Hunter Adrenaline for infinite energy and HP. I prefer the latter, but do whatever you want. Her build is very flexible. What's good about it is the status shed and the speed burst, since it lets you get out of a tight spot with no consequence. And if you use the augment, it makes sure that you stay alive after getting energy. Yes, hurt me, you son of a bitch. Kill me, end my life, just shoot me more, shoot me. Wait, actually, that's actually starting to hurt. Wait minute, stop. Next is Toxic Lash. Saryn gains a buff that causes her attack to deal additional toxin damage, doubled on melee weapons. It also makes spores burst instantly when being hit with an attack that has Toxic Lash, and deals more toxin damage. Of all her abilities, this one is the least needed or exciting. It's not a bad ability by any means, it's just a flat buff, so it's just like, whatever. It can be subsumed out for something else, but the buff itself is really good. It just lets you deal more damage in general. Her kit is really good on its own, to be honest, so Saryn really doesn't need any help with subsumes. It's mainly optional. You know, if you use the Ignis, it legit just looks like you're just gassing them like a bunch of cockroaches. I mean, that's pretty metal. Her ult is Miasma.
Your reliance on that ability is skewing my day.
You shut your mouth!
Saryn releases a toxic vapor that deals AoE viral damage and stuns.
Welcome to hell, bitch!
Enemies affected by spores will take 400% more damage and spread the spores when they die. The job of this ability is to make your spores more consistent. Before the rework, this ability made no sense because it dealt corrosive instead of viral. Now it works how we would expect it to. The spores shred the enemy's armor and then you hit them with the burst of viral. You mostly use it to spread your space aids to more targets once the meter gets low. This works really well against corpus enemies since first of all, fuck these guys, and second, the viral makes up for the fact that corrosive doesn't do anything to them. This ability basically makes Saryn into a stealth frame. As the old saying goes, if everything is dead, then no one can say that you were there in the first place. Playing Saryn is pretty simple. You just put spores on one enemy and then shoot or ult them and keep stacking the damage. Use your ult when the number of affected enemy gets low or when the energy is capped, and use your molt when you're in a tight spot so you can continue killing. Logically, if you think about it, it makes sense. To kill, you must not be killed. Building Saryn is mostly up to your preferences. She's one of those frames that most things work on as long as you know what you want. My build is this. The focus here is range, and since I like gaining energy often, I prefer going with Hunter Adrenaline and the Molt Augment. There's a reason that Saryn is one of the best frames in the game at the moment, and why she's also used all the time in ESO. No other frame is capable of matching her AoE damage outputs and dots, which makes her one of the first choice for focus farming and the steal path. Dot characters are generally very powerful if you give them enough time to reach their power spikes, and Saryn is the complete example of that. Personally, I think that every frame should follow the example of Saryn in the way that their kit is designed, because her kit works very well with itself all the time, and no ability in her kit feels out of place or useless. Everything has a use. It's like she's the perfect killing machine designed specifically to kill on a scale unimaginable by common men. Wait, no, that's just the corona. Wait a minute, no.